What's up, you guys? Okay, if you saw my closet tour, you know that I have a jewelry drawer, and a lot of you guys were wondering if you could go through it, and I'm like, you know what, that's a little personal. Just kidding. Absolutely, we're about to do a jewelry haul. So I am a collector of jewelry and vintage pieces. Like this right here is actually an Hermes vintage scarf that I haven't even worn yet. It actually was a birthday present from my stylist, Grace. Guys, it even smells vintage, like just heavenly vintage Grace Kelly moments. So I'm actually just gonna wear this for the rest of it. So I'm a big collector of like pieces like this that I just imagine in my mind that I would pass down to the next generation, like my nieces, or if I ever had a daughter, these are the dope pieces I would want her to have. I got these amazing vintage Hermes earrings from Julissa Bermudez. One of the things I love about the Hermes brand, one is that it is timeless, it is classic, it is epic, and the fact that a lot of their logo is the H. And since I am now a Houghton, I love collecting pieces like this. So I know you guys have seen these bracelets on me. They are my Cartier collector pieces, which are called the Love Collection, Cartier Love Bracelets. And I've got it in yellow gold, white gold, and rose gold. I've collected these over the years. And a lot of people don't know that, like, love bracelets, you're never supposed to take them off. That's my Cartier speaking to me right there. And you actually have to have a screwdriver like this to remove it. So, love that. I also have the matching Cartier earrings. Love those. And here's the tragic part. I actually used to have the interlocking love necklace, and both Israel and I had gold love rings. And one day while we were in Vegas preparing for the Stellar Awards, I put them aside and actually put them inside of this like bag, and along with toiletries and stuff like that, I collected it just to do a quick cleanup, and we threw the bag away. So for Christmas this year, I had actually replaced them, and we are currently having them engraved with our names in them. Some of you also may be wondering where my engagement ring is. Haha. It's currently, one of my stones came out on it, so it's being repaired. But this is just a fun fact, you guys. I sometimes am not wearing my actual engagement ring. And a really, really wise person, a really wise jeweler, told me to insure my real engagement ring, and that when I travel abroad, to put it in the safe, and I have a replica of my engagement ring that I wear when I'm traveling, so that if God forbid something happened, it got lost, if I got robbed, have fun with that ring, it's not real. Speaking of rings, here is my ring tray. I collect a lot of like fun rings. They're not expensive. I get some of them from like Forever 21, Aldo, H&M. Some of them are a lot nicer. One of my favorite brands is Alexis Bitar, and this is one of her rings. Love Alexis Bitar. She has amazing pieces. I like Bauble Rings. This would probably be considered a bauble. This is dope. This is like a leaf. Check this out. My fingers are swollen right now, but how cool is that? And I've got two versions of this. So what I like is the idea of wearing things like this together. I'm really into wearing rings on these two fingers lately, so I almost always, if you watch the reel, I always have a ring on my ring finger and pinky together that kind of match. Even though I love like really big, gaudy pieces like this bauble ring, I also love dainty things like, or funky, I guess this would be considered more funky, and that is this really cool 2-finger ring. And then there are the really dainty things that I think are so pretty, like Midi Rings or thumb rings, and I collect these. These are actual little diamond, and they're in 3 different golds. One is white gold, yellow gold, and rose gold. And it just depends on how I feel that day. I can stack them. I can wear one here, one on my thumb. And again, these are real little diamond stackables, but I've also gotten the exact same ones at H&M and so many other really cute places. So those are easy to get. And then I actually do have my pieces from, I'm pretty sure these are from H&M. Just fun statement little rings. Put them anywhere. Love that. What up though? What up? Now, when you're traveling, I always think it's awesome to go to like where the locals shop or where they're doing like street market, street fair, and there's always great pieces that you can get there. And you can actually haggle for the price and be like, nah, fam. I know I'm a tourist, but I'm not dumb. I got this really cool feather ring when we were on the Italian Riviera, and I love it. Again, this looks really fancy, but this is actually from H&M. It's dope. Okay, so that is my rings. I'm actually gonna put this aside so that we can see a little bit more clearly. Okay, now on to the fun stuff. My collector's items, my vintage pieces from Chanel. So we've got my Chanel necklace. You see this? Yes, yes. Love this piece. One of my favorites. Actually, I just got it back because my mom had it for like 3 years. Thanks, Mommy. She came to visit me, had it on her neck, and I was like, looks familiar to me. I think I'll be taking that back. Love you. Don't front. When you see your pieces on other people, why do they always look better? Comment below if you've ever seen somebody rock one of your own clothing items and then suddenly you like never paid attention to it, they're wearing it and you're like, I always loved that piece. Lies. So that is my Chanel necklace. My husband has helped me collect really awesome Chanel earrings. These actually were a gift from Julissa as well. Wow. Julie's been hooking me up with the vintage jewelry. Israel bought me these pearl Chanel earrings that kind of looked like this, but they have pearls on top, and those are currently being repaired. One of the pearls actually came out, so it's being repaired. It's important to make sure that your vintage pieces are authentic. So 2 of my favorite places to shop for vintage Chanel, Hermes, and all that good stuff, even Versace, is, drumroll, 2 places. One place is called The Real Real, and they actually have an Instagram. You can check them out. They're amazing. And again, they actually will have like the certificates that prove that they are the original, authentic vintage pieces. And the other is What Goes Around Comes Around, which they have one in New York and also one here in Beverly Hills and a few other. And that's where my husband got me those Chanel earrings and also this Chanel brooch. What I love about pieces like this is I honestly put this Chanel brooch on so many Forever 21 pieces, and it totally elevates it on all, like, it's literally like, oh, this brooch was really expensive. It's hanging now on a $13 coat, and suddenly it looks like $1 million. And I think I really started loving Chanel pieces when I played the character Chanel on Cheetah Girls. I don't know, I would constantly notice the brand everywhere I went. I was like, oh my God, that's my character's name. That's my character's name. Until this day, I'm like, you know, Chuchi lives on forever every time I wear Chanel. Go Cheetah Girls. Moving right along. So that's actually why I love this Chanel duster as well. This also is vintage. It is stunning, and I wish you could feel it through the camera. This belonged to my mom from way back in the day. She was doing it up in the 70s. So fly, so fabulous. Okay, so those are the kinds of things that I want to pass down to my kids. Chanel earrings, vintage pieces. One of the things I don't want to pass down to my daughter is my grills. I wore them to a Jay-Z concert once, and I think that's it. But I do love them, and they do fit. So gangsta. Okay, other things that I have in here are cuffs. I do collect cuffs. I love these Alexis Bitar cuffs. Those are awesome. More cuffs. These dainty versions of those cuffs. This is so fly. Seriously, look at this. One of my favorite pieces. Rose gold. What else do we have? My watches. Okay. Love my Rolex. This is what you guys mainly see me wear all the time. So the story with the Rolex is that I grew up listening to Biggie, throw your rollies in the sky and wave them side to side. You know, I just wanted to be a part of that movement. It was always my dream to have a gold Rolex with a diamond face, diamond bezel, and it is my favorite, and I love it very, very much. I am definitely way more of a gold and rose gold kind of girl these days. I barely ever wear silver or white gold. It's a very rare occasion, but I do have some of it. Like these earrings. How amazing are these? More Alexis Bitar. She's clearly my favorite. Oh, and these hoop earrings as well. I'm like always wearing these hoops. And this is again mixed metals. This is like silver and gold. But back to my watch collection. I also have a Cartier rose gold watch. That was a gift from my husband, which I love. And it's got a pearl face. And I know you guys have heard me talk on the reel about the fact that I'm not one of those girls that can tell time at a glance. Like, oh, it's 3:42 in the afternoon. Like, I see people do that all the time. I'm like, how are they doing that? Like, I still low-key have to like count. That's terrible and embarrassing, but you know, I'm too honest for my own good, so I just tell you like it is. Good, bad, corny, dumb. It's hard for me to tell time at a glance. With that being said, as a joke, the girls have gotten me every year for my birthday a watch. Last year it was digital, and this year from the Real, that store I was telling you about, that's like true, authentic vintage pieces, the girls got me this sick Versace watch, and I'm obsessed with it. And it just fell off. How dope is that? And again, what's really cool about collecting vintage is that most likely they are not making these pieces anymore. Like, you cannot find this anymore in a store. How sick is this vintage watch? Versace, 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 yeah. Voila. Love that. So that is my watch collection. I've got 3 watches, people. So as you can see, I absolutely do keep the boxes. I think that's part of being a collector, especially with really cool vintage pieces from Chanel or vintage Hermes pieces. Like, I think that's really special to save the boxes. And especially for Cartier, you can never have too many red boxes. Just putting it out there. If your man rolls up on you with a red box, it's a special moment. Another really cool thing that I would want to hand down to my daughter is, because at this point they'll be like super vintage, are my Louboutin bangles that are now so ratchet in my opinion. But at some point I actually used to hit the beach and the pool with all of these on and be like, yeah girl, what's up? Why I thought this was cute at some point, I have no idea, but I'm certainly not throwing it away because I spent money on it. At some point, you know, these big bangles might come back into style and my daughter will have them ready and handy. I also really love great costume jewelry. Everything doesn't always have to be real, but sometimes you need a little shine in your life. From these, I know you guys have probably seen me wear these a couple of times. More Alexis Bitar, how shiny and stunning is that? I love these emerald vintage earrings, and they're absolutely beautiful, and I wear them all the time. I actually just recently wore them in one of my All Things Adrienne videos. Which one is it? Comment below. Which video is it? Do you know? Well, I'm going to tell you right now. Tell me if you got it right. It was the holiday fashion video. We've got actually some sneak peek of some new XIXI that's coming out. You guys want a sneak peek? Yeah? Do you love these? This is part of our tortoiseshell collection. Yeah, I have a lot of my XIXI jewelry in here as well. And that's kind of taking up all this area of my drawer. So we've got the Amantha Necklaces from the Faith and Familia collection. You know, I have multiples of these. These are 2 just stacked in there. But what a lot of you may not know is that this collection was based off of the everyday jewelry that I wear and my personal pieces, like my signature pieces that I wear. And I kind of want to show you the originals of this necklace. So for my first anniversary with Israel, he knew that I wanted diamond chokers. And so these are the original diamond chokers that Israel got me. So these are real diamonds. My XIXI. Not gonna lie, low-key think my XIXI ones shine more. The other pieces from XIXI are the at the cross hoop earrings. Every girl needs a good pair of hoops in her life. Along with that, we've got our Faith and Familia necklace. You guys know I wear these all the time in every single video. And this is the praying hands. So I love all of these pieces so much. I think it's important to keep your jewelry organized. You definitely want to take good care of your pieces. You can recreate this in any dresser drawer, because now there's places like TJ Maxx, Marshalls, Ross Dress for Less, Container Store, or just online shopping. They all now have jewelry organizers that you can create this exact same look. And I love the idea of like just, you know, hey, voila, what do I think I want to wear today? It's all out here. I can sometimes even get inspired to wear an entire outfit just based off of a pair of earrings I want to wear. Let me know how you organize your jewelry. What are some of your favorite pieces to wear all the time? Your signature pieces, and maybe some of your collectible pieces as well. Let me know in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.